Trent, what are you kind of doing from the builder's perspective as far as some of this topic goes on smart planning for the future?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, thank you all for coming again. Dusty, thanks for having me. I love being here this morning. From a builder perspective, there's kind of three lenses to look at smart planning through, and that is for the homeowner, for the home from a resale perspective, and for the environment. And for the homeowner, similar process to what Tim described. At Thomas Sattler Homes, when we sit down with our customers, we're going to talk about your lifestyle, how you live in the home. And part of that smart planning is a lot of what Tim touched on. Things happen, things change. So every customer's lifestyle is where we begin that design conversation. Maybe they're empty nesters with kids off to college. Well, we want to make sure we have some bedrooms in there for those summers they come back. Maybe they're going to be with mom and dad for a time afterwards. Other customers are adamant, we don't want that to happen, so we're not going to have some carve-out rooms. Aging is another familiar topic that we have, talking about, let's look 10, 15, 20, 30 years ahead of time. Do we want to rough in an elevator or put in something with some consideration there? Maybe your parents are aging, and out of consideration for them, we want to design in a main level guest suite so they don't have to worry about stairs when they come to visit. Maybe we're talking about nanny's quarters, above the garage or a casita. So there's a lot that goes into designing a home around the lifestyle for the homeowner. And in terms of and how they like to live too. If they entertain a lot, we're going to be designing a lot more, outdoor living spaces, lifestyle spaces to enhance that. If they're more private people, we're going to change the design to a different direction and really cater it to how they live. But then the second piece is smart planning for future, for resale. So even though many times our customers will come in and say, "This is going to be my forever home," a lot can change. We don't know, the hand that life deals us, curveballs can come, changes happen, and when that does, we want to kind of think about contingencies for selling the home. So we're usually the devil's advocate in those conversations. An example might be maybe a customer wants a meditation prayer room. Maybe that's culturally appropriate for that customer. And so, of course, we'll design that out. But we're going to say, from a resale perspective, maybe this wants to be a future bedroom. So let's rough in a bathroom, planning in advance. And so we'll do things like that as considerations to help them think through best practices for the resale. And then third, smart planning for the environment. Today's building industry has come a long ways from where we were 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. With code, we've got a lot more materials now that we can work with that are much more eco-friendly in terms of insulation, in terms of recycled carpet, low off-gas paints, green tech. Photovoltaic is huge now. We're seeing a lot of charging stations in garages, solar going up on the roof. We're seeing occasionally even geothermal, right? So smart cooling and heating. There's really some fun technologies that are being introduced more and more regularly in the building industry, and that's just a good testament of what we can do to be better stewards of the resources we have here, trying to be mindful of future generations and what they're going to inherit. So those are all some ways that we smart plan. And probably the last piece I would touch on from a builder perspective, everyone here is very familiar with the supply chain constraints the industry has been seeing lately. It's been a challenge, and when you build, any builder, but especially us at Thomas Sattler Homes, our focus is on building your home on time, on budget, maximum value, and expert craftsmanship. The real challenge there is on time. When we went from lead times that might be 3 months on this product that now is a 9-month lead time, suddenly, how do we adapt to that? Well, we're changing our purchasing. It's coming much, much sooner. We're having to integrate into the construction schedule so that it's not going to cost us time and delay a project. Other things you're seeing in the building industry, temporary material swaps are becoming more of a common workaround. An example might be a customer's dishwasher selected. We might find out it has a 3-month increase to lead time. What do? We're going to install a different one so it doesn't hold up completion and closing, and then we'll swap it out when it comes in. So things like that you're having to see more and more frequently of just how we adapt. And I'd say the last would be customer selections. We're having to get those in much, much sooner than we used to. Some of our tile vendors can speak to that, right? When the runway gets extended, suddenly we have to change the agenda with the customers to get those decisions made much earlier on so that they're ordered, and we can get them on site when they need to be there to keep things moving.